Well, good afternoon, good morning, good evening. It all depends on when you are watching this video. So, first of all, let me clarify this video is a training video. This is not the opportunity meeting video that you will use to send to a sales consultant. It's very important that you know that in this video, what I'm going to do is I'm going to teach you and show you tips and tricks that you can use to present the business opportunity to other people. So don't forward this video to somebody and think that I'm just doing the presentation. There is a separate video for that you can use therefore. So this one is a teaching video, and what I want to do is I want to show you how to present your business to other people. I've got a whole table full of tools and I'm going to show you different things, and I'm going to take you through the opportunity presentation as well. So the very first thing that I want to do is I want to ask you if you understand, or I want to challenge you to understand how important it is to present your opportunity to other people. If you cannot showcase and relay the message of what our business do for people, your business cannot grow. A lot of people will join your business accidentally because they look at the product, they know the product, and they just want to join. But now I want to ask you, how will you access a person like me? If you accessed me into this business, even 23 years ago when I joined for the very first time, if I did not understand the business, it would not make sense to me. I have always been the kind of person, and if I am that person, you can know that there's at least 30% of the people out there that think like me. You can always work on a 30% rule. You can get 30% of your people just accidentally. You can get 30% of your people through strategy, and you can get 30% of the people by explaining them how the business opportunity is working. So if somebody did not sit down and show me until I understood, I would not have grasped the opportunity. And I'll tell you, only through growth and through my experience and continuous teaching is it now that I grasp things quicker. But I can remember even when we changed and we introduced the elite entrepreneur opportunity, it took me 3 months until I understood it. So don't forget, don't disregard, don't misunderstand the value of a proper opportunity meeting for those people. And what I want to say is this is the kind of person you want to grasp, somebody who thinks like methodically, structurally, sees exactly how they can do it and then go and out and do it. So that is why this is very important. Okay. So in the link below, you're going to have several things that you can download. The first thing that you will be able to download is this PowerPoint for your computer. You will also be able to download a PDF, which will be slightly different, but it's the same content. I'm going to show you what you're going to use that for. And then I'm also going to put the link below so that you can access the original recording, which would be the session that you can just forward to another honey. Okay, so make sure you understand that there's different things that is taking place right now. And if you are a team leader, why don't you get your elite entrepreneurs together? You pop this video up, you pause it in between, you stop and you discuss. So this is a multi-useful tool that I want to create for you today that can serve you on so many levels. Okay, the concept of the opportunity meeting is to explain people and give them context as to what it is that our business is about. So I've put in a slide that shows our founding members so that they can also know who found our business, when did we start, where's the head office, and also mention the fact that it is now a worldwide franchise. Short messages in between. You don't have to hover very long on any of these points. And what I've tried to do is to put all the wording down there for you. Our company vision is important, and I think the more we tell that and the more we say it, the more we understand it, but it is to create opportunities to empower people. It's all about learning while having fun. And I think that is very important that we tell people that in our business, we are here to have fun because your work is serious enough. We want to have fun. We want to expand your horizons. We want to empower you. We really want to create a place where you feel like family. Mention that it's worldwide. It's very important. And I think what is so amazing is a lot of worldwide things did not start in South Africa, but we did. And I think it's very important that we say that not only are we proudly South African, but that we have expanded into Africa and into so many other countries. At this point in your presentation, you are going to ask the person on the other side, why are you interested in joining Honey? Now, maybe right now, let's remember where we are doing this presentation. We are either doing this presentation in a live audience where I've got 5 or 10 or 20 or 40 people sitting in a room, or I'm doing this presentation one-on-one, 1 to 2. In my office, I've got 2 people coming in, a recruit and a friend, and they want to have a look at the business opportunity. So I'm doing this presentation now with them, one-on-one or one-to-many. It's important at this stage to get a little bit of interaction, especially when we're in a live setup. People just clock out. They start getting busy with their phones, and I want to keep their attention all the time. So ask people, why are you interested in joining Honey? And I gave you a couple of pictures here to help you to remember why basically people will join. First of all, they join for the money. Secondly, they join for fashion. The third thing is they join because they want to be in a community. Maybe they want to get to know other people. They join for the rewards. And then lastly is the empowerment, the development, the training that we give is very valuable. Don't forget the value that we bring to people. When I do coaching, I do business coaching for other people in normal businesses as well. And I'll tell you, if I find myself go back to my Honey language, because that is how secure our business principles are. I can actually take it and go and put it inside other businesses as well. So it's important here to get a little bit of interaction. And why it is also important is you want to know what is the language that your recruit is going to talk. For instance, if she says to me, I'm joining this business because I've got a baby coming and I need nappy money. Whenever I'm going to talk to her, I'm not going to say, listen, Zanele, you have not done your 1,000 Rand yet. No, I'm going to say, Zanele, how are we tracking on that nappy money for this month? Because that makes the conversation between us a real conversation for what her needs are, not what my needs are. I need to remember, leaders help people to get what they want. Okay, so this is about her. Then I am going to ask them, what do they want to earn? And there's no right or wrong answer here. Some people will say to you 500 Rand, 1,000 Rand, 3,000 Rand. I go with whatever amount they give me. When they tell you, I want to earn 10,000 Rand, refrain or keep yourself from saying, oh, you're going to need to sell a lot of honey for that. Because there's no limit. As team leaders, people earn 20, 30, 40,000 Rand a month easily. So don't limit to what that person are telling you right now. If you sit either in a group setting or one-on-one and the person doesn't really know, so, I actually haven't really thought of it like that. I would ask them, would 500 Rand change your life? So if they can't come up with an answer, I'm putting an answer on the table. I don't want the silence to be awkward. Could 500 Rand change your budget today? And the answer is always right. And then we use that from there on. Then you're going to go briefly through the Honey journey, briefly. Because remember right now, your audience is a sales consultant. She wants to join. She wants to see if there's profitability in here. So I will just briefly go through it. But what I want to bring into the conversation is that she can earn as she go and she can grow as she go. So there is no waiting or a qualification period for things to happen. Our journey together is one of learning and support. Definitely something that we need to speak about at every event, at every conversation, is the fact that we've got to care and guarantee on our product, because it really elevates us from anybody else that does sell fashion or jewelry. So make sure that you bring this into the conversation right now. And then also important to share with them the range. Talk about the jewelry, the watches, because people will come to you and they only know about handbags, or they will come to you and they only know about perfume. So it is important that right now you expose them at least to just open the file on all the ranges that is available inside of Honey. Now we're going to talk about money, and this is the key part. And I think this is the part that a lot of people feel uncomfortable with because they don't know how to explain it. So then they like refrain from doing the opportunity meeting completely. Now, I want to show you a little bit of a trick right now, because when you are doing a training, an opportunity meeting like this, and you would be having your PowerPoint presentation. Obviously, that's easy. You're going to download your PowerPoint presentation and you're going to have it ready. But now I'm sitting in my office, I'm sitting in a coffee shop. I've got one or two people, or even four people in front of me right now. Maybe I'm not going to pull out my laptop right now. Because my question is also, do I have my laptop with me at all times? I know when I travel in my car, I try to travel with my laptop as limited as possible because it's a risk. Okay. But I want to show you today a little trick which was taught to me, which was actually part of our starter packs when we joined as team leaders. So I don't think in the little video you'll see it properly, but I'm going to show you the concept. So I've got a folder, I've got a file that is standing on the desk, okay? And as I'm speaking, I hope you can see this, as I'm speaking to my potential recruit, she is seeing everything in my little PowerPoint presentation. So the exact PowerPoint presentation that I have is the one that is in my file, exactly the same one. Okay, all right. And as I'm continuing with my session, I keep on paging over. And I continue with my session and I page over and I page over. But do you know my little sneaky trick? Whatever is on your side that you see is also what is on my side that I see. So I'm actually got a duplicate little presentation. And what I've done is I've printed mine in color. So this is what my client sees, my potential recruits. And the black and white side, because it also saves me money when I go for printing, is what I see. And if I want to make any notes for myself, I do it on this side, okay, on my black and white side. So I can maybe write keywords in here to make it really easy for me. So even inside of this is, it, like I said, exactly what we are talking about here. So when we start talking about money, whether it is on a PowerPoint presentation or whether it is on my little flip file, and I'm going to come back to this just a little bit later, everything is laid out for me. I don't need to stress. This system takes the panic away completely. Okay. So I'm going to explain to them the fact that Honey will invoice them minus their profit. Remember, we're talking about profit, not commission or discount. And they keep their discount in their pockets. It's important to show them the split between the products. And I don't know about you, I can't recite this out of my mind. I have to have something visual in front of me. Otherwise, I can't remember which is 15% and which is 20%. So we've got that for you there. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to break it down. Always break the earnings down. Remember, my lady in front of me said that she wanted to join this business for 500 Rand. Now I need to show her how to get to that 500 Rand. That is the key. So I'm going to start off in my little catalog and I'm going to show her the sunglasses and I'm going to say the cost of the item to the client is 349 Rand. For the purpose of all the sums that I'm doing, I'm using 20%. Why? Because it's easy. It's easier to remember. I am not going to jump between 15 and 20%. I'm just going to use 20%. So on the sunglasses, your discount is 20%, which means you earn 69 Rand 80 on the sale of that pair of sunglasses. And when you go onto your Honey app, which I'll show you how to use, the moment you pay, you will only pay 279.20, which means your profit stays in your account immediately. Now, can you do something in your household with 69 Rand 80? Okay, ask them again the question, get that feedback again. So now we showed them how easy it is to make a profit on a single item. Now we're taking the conversation one step further. I explained to my consultant right now the concept of 1 unit. So, what is 1 unit? We say on average, an item in the catalog will cost 250 Rand. Yes, some earrings will be 89 Rand, a handbag could be 649, but on average, a unit would be 250 Rand. Now, depending on whether you earn 15 or 20%, you can look at an earning from 37 Rand 50 to 50 Rand on that unit. And what I want to do is I want to relay the message to her that her aim should be to sell 1 unit a day. Yes, sometimes she might sell a handbag, a pair of shoes, and a pair of sunglasses to one client, and that might total to 4 units. But every single day, my consultant must go out there with a mindset of doing 1 unit a day. Now I'm going to show her that if she's got 10 clients, and on average, a client will spend 2 units, which means about 500 Rand per month or per purchase from your current catalog. And if I get 50 Rand profit on my unit, it gives me 1,000 Rand earnings on my first 10 clients. This is easy and doable because right now, when we sit and I ask her who are the 10 people you are going to sell to, this will make it very easy for her to connect the two together. Okay, now what we're going to do, we take it one further. I'm going to say to her, you can influence the amount of clients because you've got control over how many clients you have, and we do the exact same number. And if you are in a physical session right now where you have got opportunity to use a whiteboard or a flip chart, I do suggest you take your Koki pen out and you write this on the board exactly as is. You don't have to do anything different. You use this as the standard method of explaining because the easier it is for you, the more confidence you will have in doing it, and it will just happen naturally. So 20 clients, each purchasing 2 items, I get 50 Rand profit per item, and that will help me to earn 2,000 Rand. Is that doable? Do you think you can do that? And if there's a little bit of hesitation, I come in and say, I will show you and I will teach you different methods that if you go and implement them, this will happen in your business. Do I have your commitment? Okay, so ask this question here. If I give you the training, will you go and do it so that you can see how the business works? If I, would you? If I bring you and I show you how to work with a client, would you go and try it out? Okay, that shows that not only am I going to support, but it also shows right from the beginning that she needs to do something in return. Now we are going to share with her the different ways of marketing our product, wearing our product, talk about it. It's important. You cannot sell the product if you have never worn a product. I'm not saying a brand new sales consultant should spend 5,000 Rand on products for themselves, but as soon as possible, get something. The catalogs, the physical, the online, social media. Talk about all these things. And maybe at this point, if you see there's a little bit doubt, especially when you do that one-on-one session, just stop and take notice of what happens on the other side of my little flip file. What of what I said right now is making you to have that frown on your face? And she might say to you, I'm not good at social media. That's good. If I would teach you some easy tips on how to access social media, would you try them? Okay. If I don't know how to update my WhatsApp status, if I would show you how to do it, would you try that? Okay. So make sure that at this point you keep having that contact and that you stay engaged with your potential recruit throughout doing this business plan. Okay, how will we support you? It's important to say to your potential recruit at this stage that I am going to support you. I'm going to take you through a sales consultant journey success plan that will not only help you to earn money from day one, but to increase to the level where you are feeling comfortable that you can handle it. Okay. Now, let's see if I'm lying. This is always very important because if you understand that the system is in place, you will speak more confidently about it. Remember, I said to you right from the beginning when we started our journey, you and I together, I said that I'm currently supplying you with everything in your sales consultant journey to help your business to have a full training plan. Okay? And I'm still fulfilling that promise. Okay? I will actually do a session where I'm going to show you exactly how the whole thing comes together, but you can know that you can confidently share your sales consultant the fact that you will give her a supportive infrastructure that will help her to grow inside of this business. Now you can talk about the Honey website. They must know about the Honey website, that it is available and that there are tools in there. And I love to speak to people about working from home. And usually what I say around this slide is what I love about Honey is the fact that I can work from home, or you can work from your office, or you can work from soccer practice. This business is really so moldable that you can take it anywhere you go, everywhere you go. And it fits very well into every season of your life. And as we go ahead with our journey together, I'm going to expose you to all the levels at Honey, and I will show you how you can navigate yourself through those different levels. It's really important that people can understand that our business is there's options. Okay. A lot of business out there don't have options. We do have that. So now we're hitting the testimonial phase. Now, this is very important. Always do a testimonial. So let's say I have got a group. So I've got a hall setting. I've got 10 or 20 people or 5 people in my setting. I want to make sure that I have got a testimonial prepared, maybe from another honey that is joining. I always try to share the stage with somebody. So let's say it's only my people coming, then obviously I'm going to do the testimonial. But maybe there is another sales consultant and I have prepped her. The key to a good testimonial is, first of all, choose somebody that is comfortable speaking and that has got a story to tell. I don't want them to come and bring things in there that, especially when you have a elite entrepreneur that migrated from elite entrepreneur status to sales consultant status. I don't want her to tell that her business were doing bad and now she went down to sales consultant status. No, I'm going to guide her to focus on the opportunity as when she was a sales consultant, because I know that specific honey, her focus is to grow back into her elite entrepreneur status or her team leader status. So make sure that you coach them up front and don't feel bad for saying, I don't want you to say this or don't say this, because the testimonial must be uplifting, it must give hope, and it must give me something that is applicable to sales consultant level. Also, your testimonial should be about sales consultants. As a team leader, as a mentor, I'm not going to share with them right now that Hanya is taking me overseas, that Hanya is paying for my car. I'm not going to say that right now because it's not relevant to the understanding of my audience. When I have an elite entrepreneur, when I've got a team leader opportunity meeting, which means all the people in the room are elite entrepreneurs, I will tell them those things because that's relevant to them upgrading to the next level. So when I do my sales consultant testimonial here, I will speak absolutely the truth. Why did I start this business nearly 23 years ago? I started it because I wanted to pay for my daughter's ballet. I did not have money in my budget. I joined this business for like 230 Rand. I think the ballet was 130 Rand, and I thought to myself, it would be cool if I've got 100 Rand extra. Remember, 23 years ago, that was quite a lot of money. So I bring my relevant sales consultant opportunity, a sales consultant testimonial into the conversation. If you've got a large audience, it would be really okay to do 2 testimonials. Maybe you want to do one right in the beginning, and maybe you want to do one later on at the end as well. But do make sure that you use this opportunity of doing a testimonial. Then tell us your why. This is so important. Like I said, remember we asked the same question actually in the beginning, but maybe in the beginning the person has not yet made up their mind as to why they joined this business. Right now she can tell you, listen, you know what, I actually want to get a helper in my house. I want to get a nanny for my children. I need to pay transport, something like that. So by asking the why question again now also helps you to know this specific person, I need to take her because she constantly says to me she wants to earn 3,000 Rand. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a mental note that I'm going to speak to her about the Elite Entrepreneur Opportunity Meeting as soon as I can from here on. Now, common questions. I always run through these common questions. What do I need to register? When do I start earning? Is there a minimum monthly target? Now, when we go to the minimum monthly target, I always say yes, there is one. The minimum monthly target is 2,500 Rand. But can you remember that you just told me that you want to earn 1,000 Rand? Take it back to what they want. You wanted to earn 1,000 Rand. Therefore, for you to earn 1,000 Rand, you will sell 5,000 Rands worth of products every month. And can you see that what I expect of you is so much less? And then we carry on to the next conversation. Okay. I will then go on to my slide that says go for it, start today, join right now. And in this instance here, especially if you have a group setting, so I've got 5 or 10 people, and I want to talk a little bit about group settings as well here. If I've got 5 or 10 people here, I kind of like to think it would be cool if you've got a registration card that you can now say, okay, so everybody who are ready to sign up right now, I have got a form, and you take out the form and you and create that little bit of chaos right now. Dish everybody a form out and just fill that in quickly. I know this is the age of going paperless, but you know what? When everybody around you starts signing on, let me give me a form as well. Okay. So I want to have 100% participation when it comes into signing on as a sales consultant. In my setting where I have got a hall, I want you to focus on a couple of things. When you advertise your session, now when I say a hall, can I please just say or your living room, or your office, or your patio, or your stoop, okay? Any place you can do an opportunity meeting, okay? You can even do this opportunity meeting in the coffee shop, and you can do at least 5 people in one go on this little cheat flip chart of mine. Okay. When you do it in that setting, I'm going to start at 7 o'clock. If I've advertised my session to start at 7 o'clock, you start at 7 o'clock, whether there's one person or all 10 arrived. Also, make peace with the fact that if 10 people said they will be there, most probably 4 will be there. It's the way the cookie crumbles. Don't get stuck in the numbers. If one person arrives, you give that one person the same energy, the same focus, the same everything as if there was a hall with 100 people in there. That one person could be the complete catalyst of change and growth inside of your business. If 2 people arrive, you perform like a rock star for 2 people. I would also suggest that you do a lucky draw. Maybe there's just this one person that arrived. She's like, okay, we're going to do a lucky draw. And then she looks at you and she's like, I don't know if you're going to win. Let's do a lucky draw. And you go forward with your lucky draw, even if her name is the only one that's in there. Create fun. Make the best of every situation. I'll tell you right now, if you can draw 1 or 2 people per week in a live opportunity meeting, your business will look so vastly different that you would not even recognize it yourself. Okay. When you do a live session, you are not going to do a huge display. You're going to display products to the value of 2,500 Rand. Why? Because that's consistent with the minimum sales requirement. That means 1 handbag, 1 pair of shoes, a sunglass, a watch, a necklace, a pair of earrings, a miracle bee, a collagen, and maybe a scarf, something like that. And I also want to say to you right now, you don't have to go and purchase that from the newest collection. Take it from your own personal collection. Take a pair of shoes from your stock where you know that client that is only collecting it next week. Take it out, put it on the display. You can work very creatively without it costing you a cent. When we look at banners, I have showed this little small little table banner. It is slightly bigger than an A4 book. It fits onto my desk very easily together with my little display. Now, this, if I do a 2,500 Rand display, I can literally do it in a coffee shop and I would not upset anybody with my little table banner, which folds up so small that it folds up into this little folder, which is literally the size of a ruler, which means I can even rock up at the coffee shop with my banner and my folder and my stock in a handbag. So I don't arrive at the coffee shop or even at my venue with 3 boxes. You can travel so super light that before anybody knows you've set up your whole session. So this is a really a comfortable one. And obviously I don't have wind that's going to blow it where I do those big ones. Obviously, when I do a big opportunity meeting and there is 20 or 30 people, I'm rather going to pack my big banner. But you know what? If this is the only banner you have, then you pack this one. Okay. Also, at your opportunity meeting, you should be having a recruitment pack. Okay. Whatever the recruitment pack looks like, right now I know the green felt pack is available. Some people are using this. It doesn't matter which recruitment pack it is that you are currently using. Make sure you have got at least 3, 4, or 5 in your office at all times. When that opportunity knocks and she says, I'm interested, I want to put all the tools on the table and activate them immediately. I believe what you should do with every recruit is to do a 10-day challenge or a 7-day challenge. You can decide. I like to do a 10-day challenge. And usually, what I do is at the end of my 10-day challenge, if they have achieved that, I'm giving them this little honey money pouch. Now, would you believe me if I tell you, you purchase this on the app? Honey money pouch or pouch, just search pouch under extras. It's costing you something like 300 Rand for 10. And what I want to do with this is every time they complete their 10-day challenge, I'm going to make sure that I put a couple of extra flyers, this little opportunity flyer, as well as the Add Me card. Where is my Add Me cards now? Now I can't find them here on my desk. And I'm also going to add in this opportunity business booklet because everything in this booklet is still relevant to them. They can actually go home and understand and learn a lot from this. The other thing that I'm doing is I'm putting a pair of earrings in there. And I've actually decided that I'm going to make sure that the pair of earrings that are in here are super pretty. It's not going to be the cheapest pair of earrings. It's going to be the flashiest pair that I can afford for that week. I'm going to purchase them in batches of 5 or 10. And when I'm at my opportunity meeting, okay, you just said yes. You just signed my form. You just purchased your pack. I'm going to show you in 10 days' time when you come back with your 10-day order, which you can decide what's the value of that order. I don't mind making it 750. This little honey money pouch, and let me show you what's on the inside, and you open it and you take the pair of earrings out, and this pair of earrings will be yours. Should I put your name on it so long? Get commitment. Okay. Family, it's the easiest way to activate somebody is by putting something stunning in front of them. Maybe you want to do a honey pen. I don't know what you've got, but make sure that this is something really pretty. What we need to do inside of our business, they need to know that I'm going to get value here. And if you start the relationship on that, it's going to change the way that person functions inside of your team forever. Okay. So a lot of tools that's available for you to start your journey with your sales consultant. But I want to go back to this just quickly. So remember, this is now my folder, my file. Going down below on the link, you will be able, so have a look and look at the PDF file. That is the one where you will print this one from. The other one would be PowerPoint presentation. That is for your computer. It's just the settings are slightly different. When you go and print this, you need to go and purchase one of these flip file books. Okay. But do purchase the one that is made for a 30 pocket. A4, A4, 30 pocket. Okay. Because the presentation is 24 pages so that you can fit it all in. When you go to the printer, print one copy in black and white, one copy in color. It will cost you a whole lot less. And also what you want to do is you want to know which side is yours. So I work on the black and white side, and whoever sits in front of me will see the color side. Then what I did to strengthen my book is I added in the front part, I hope you can hear it, the very, very thick, hard carton, hard one, okay? They will cost you about R2.50, R3. It is that brown one, but it's hard. I want to put one in the front. I want to put one in the back. Otherwise, when I open my folder like this and I put it on the table, it will not stand up straight. Last thing I want you to pay attention to is this little thing here. What is that? Now, let me show you. Okay, my sample is in between all my things here. You call it an Indian string. Okay, here it is. It's called an Indian string. And it's literally a piece of rope with two little metal pins on either side. Okay, so when you go to a stationery shop, you're going to purchase this in a little box. It comes in a little box like this. So maybe you want to work with a fellow team leader because in here's 100 of them. Yeah, it's called Indian files. Okay, so there's 100 of them in here. So maybe you just want to buy one box and share. It was about 35 Rand, I think, for this box. And then what you're going to do is you're going to take it. It all comes in one long string and you're going to clip them apart. Okay. And then I punched a hole in the corner on the front page and on the back page. And I stuck that through. So that makes the little blocker for me so that my folder doesn't fall over. Okay. The other thing that I want to suggest is that you go and you make two. You make one A4 and you make one for you in an A5, the small little booklet. In this one, however, you will not put the full session because this one can take only 20 pages. So you're going to take out a couple of pages, one or two, to make it fit in here. But can you just think to yourself if you could have this in your handbag at all times? You are never without your opportunity. This becomes your little laptop, which is always charged, has always got battery power, it's got always signal. And doesn't matter where you are, you can take this out, go to whichever page, and you can present the opportunity there and then. A little thought here, which I'm thinking, I can straight away, when I start training my sales consultant, my brand new sales consultant, I can see if she's opportunity and growth orientated. I might invest in this little booklet and give it to her as she achieves a challenge. Go and recruit somebody for me, then I'll supply you with your folder. If you, then I. Okay, start using those words. If you bring me one recruit, I will buy the next item for you. I'll give you the next tool and I'll teach you. If I teach you how to use this, will you go and test it? Okay, so I suggest you look at an A5, an A4, and I even at our session the other day at head office, we said it would actually be worth it to even change up to the one bigger, which would now be the A3. It will be a little bit more costly, but especially if you don't have a flip chart and you don't ever. I love using this rather than a PowerPoint presentation Because the moment that thing doesn't connect to the screen and the projector, it freaks me out. So this is my tip on how to help you to bring the business to people in a very understandable, structured format. And I promise you, it will yield you a lot of results. Okay. Let's see quickly if I have gone through all my notes. Okay. When your live event happens, you're going to start on time, you're going to finish within an hour. Don't go over the hour. Especially when you've got women coming in, they've got a child to pick up. They know exactly I need to leave that time. You don't want people to leave before you've made the closure, the sales pitch. You dished out the forms to join. When you do a one-on-one, you're going to run that down to 30 minutes because you're not going to have all that live interaction. If you do this on WhatsApp, this was a conversation. I know of a lot of team leaders that have done very successful opportunity meetings on WhatsApp, but this is the tips that they've shared with me. They advertise the WhatsApp, they invite people to the WhatsApp, they do the presentation. It starts on Thursday at 7 o'clock, gets advertised as a normal event. And when the event is done, she closes the WhatsApp group. It doesn't stay open. So they create that urgency for I have to sign up now or otherwise I'm out. If you do it on Zoom, and there will be a completely separate session about Zoom because there's a couple of different aspects you need to look at, I also do suggest you keep it at 1 hour. In your 7-day or 10-day challenge, which I am going to give my new recruits, I'm going to tell her, in the next 10 days, what I want you to do is I want you to go and sell for 750 Rand. And I want you to next week bring one recruit to the office. When you collect your order, bring that one person so that she can join up, so that you've got a friend that can work with you. That duplication power of that one recruit in the first week has proven to be very successful. Because in many instances, the people that came in through the second, that recruit of the recruit are still in my business, but the recruit is not in my business. So I want to duplicate as quickly as I can. So I'm going to show her this. I'm going to entice her. To bring another person. Create excitement. Create your own things. Just know that there's quite plenty of these honey money pouches at this stage. And maybe what you want to do is you want to say to yourself, maybe I would order 10 or 20, and I will give myself a target on how quickly I can work through those 10 or 20. Maybe I want to run through them in the first month. Your first session that you're going to host, especially when it's a live and in-person one, it's going to be stressful. And this is what I suggest you do. As you start out, whether you start out on a presentation or on your little secret flip file, start off with, hi, my name is Koneru, and this is my very first live presentation that I've ever held. I am quite nervous. Now, I don't know about you, but I would really like your support today. So if I get a little bit flustered, just know that I've never done this before. Voila. All the stress has been released from me because I told everybody straight out I've never done this before. So if I fall over my words, and you know what, the moment by just saying that, it takes the performance expectation off of me and it moves us right outside the door and you'll be calm. Especially when you do this, if you can do them in your mother tongue, especially the first one or two, it will help your confidence a lot. Another thing that you can do is if you join up with one or two people, one or two other team leaders or elite entrepreneurs in your area, and you start running them every week. Take turns. This week you present, next week you present, the next week you present, because then it also takes a lot of the pressure off of everybody performing all the time and on one person that has to produce everything all the time. So do team up. Team up with a honey that is not in your team. Don't wait for the people inside of your team to have the vision that you have. Don't wait for your mother team leader. Don't wait for your upline, your downline, your sideline. This business is your business. And I believe with all the tools that we have made available to you, with all the training sessions that I help you to create, you can take this business and fly as high as you possibly believe you can. So with love from my side, make sure you understand all the links below. Remember again, you are going to get the PowerPoint presentation that you can download. You are going to get the flip file PDF print that you can download. You are going to get the link to the opportunity meeting, which is the one that you will send to somebody. If you just say, listen, I just want to send this one to you. Maybe even what you want to do is you want to use that opportunity meeting video for the first time and you put it onto a projector and you put a room full of people. There's so many different options. My only wish for you is that your business will grow and that it will never stop growing.